Good morning, guys, and how are you today? Welcome to this very amazing channel once again. Of course, my name is Edward Ariko, and I want to say that if you're not subscribed, please do get subscribed. It's completely free, so you don't have to miss out every time I upload a brand new video here on YouTube. Okay, I want to say sorry, guys. I've not been feeling well in the past weeks. That's why I've not been uploading content. Yeah, but I am back again. Okay, tell you more stories, okay, amazing stories. They bring you real content from Uganda, Africa. Okay, and so if you're not subscribed, please do get subscribed, and if you're my returning subscriber, thank you so much. Okay, we are on the road to make it to 1,000 subscribers, and you can support me by simply subscribing to the channel. So let's get to the topic of the video today, and that is the story of Wode Maya. Alright, so Wode Maya, real name is Kobina Akon, is said to be the Ghana's first YouTuber to hit 1 million subscribers, okay, as of 2023. Well, his channel is basically about creating positive African content, and of course, as of 2023, with over 1 million subscribers, he's said to be making from a range of $20,000 to $50,000 a month from YouTube advertisements, as well as gigs from profiling Africa's brightest entrepreneurs, where he charges close to $10,000. Okay, so making him among the biggest earning YouTubers in Africa. He's said to be the first African YouTuber to appear on Forbes magazine. But what many people have failed to understand about Wode Maya is that despite the fame, the money, the success he has, he remains very humble and down to earth. Perhaps this could have something to do with his upbringing, okay, growing up, okay. Based on an interview with Forbes magazine, okay, he admits that he lived a humble life with his family in the western region of Ghana, and with his other 5 siblings, they lived together in shared one room, and used rice bags as school bags. Wode Maya admits that he was taught the value of humility at an early age.
Because of where I'm coming from, I can sleep anywhere. I don't care about what I wear, because I saw me going to school with a torn uniform. I saw me going to school without a bag. You know, there's this rice that we have, the 70 kg rice bag. You can see, that's how I used to go to school. Carrying your books in there, and that is why I always say I've tasted poverty before.
So, just as many African parents want their children to become professional doctors, lawyers, and engineers, so was the case with Wode Maya. After completing his secondary school in Ghana, he relocated to China to further his studies as an aeronautical engineer. Now, the problem with school system and education is that it programs learners to think methodically, to think methodically, okay, and not to think creatively, okay, to nurture one's talents, one's passions, one's interests, and use that to bring value, build a career out of it and maybe make an income, okay. So that's the problem, okay. That's why you have many people complete school but may not have jobs, okay, because it's usually a natural transgression to look for a job, especially after you complete school. It's not like after you complete school you go out and try your passions or your interests, or you develop your skills, okay, or what you really love, okay. It's not like that, okay, because that part is considered risky. Of course it's risky, yeah, but that's not how it is, okay. That's not how school programs people, okay. And so with Wode Maya, school had programmed him to become an aeronautical engineer from a young age, okay, and it was his dream, okay. Little did he know that his passions, his interests, okay, would later actually become his destiny, and he would actually make a fortune out of it. He basically admits that YouTube was by accident, okay? It just came along his path, but it wasn't something that he ever dreamed of becoming, okay? But as of today, of course, YouTube has actually made him a fortune, okay, and success. I never wanted to be a YouTuber. During vacation, I couldn't travel because I didn't have money to go back to Ghana, and so we spent our time in our dorms. So a friend came to me and said, let's go out and shoot a video. I was the main character in that video. Afterwards, they gave me the video and I realized I didn't have a pen and drive or anywhere to save the video. So I decided to save it on the internet. And that is when I saved it on YouTube. The video became a sensation amongst his friends, and based on the positive feedback, Wode Maya decided to do another video detailing how he met his Chinese girlfriend.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Ghana, baby.
Yo, what up, everybody? It's your girl, Candy.
And we are back again with another interesting episode, and it's all about Chinese girls.
Chinese girls. Again?
And by that time, he had hit his first 1,000 subscribers. Now, things began to fall apart. Just as many small YouTubers like me, okay, you know, the journey of YouTube, okay, the journey to success on YouTube is not like a bed of roses. It's a struggle. So was with Wode Maya actually, okay. When he was starting out, okay, it was more of trial and error, okay, tracking the analytics, and that would actually guide him to a right blend of content to identify a niche that would actually make him successful on YouTube. I did more comedic videos and people said you are not funny, and they stopped watching them. But Wode Maya never gave up. He admits he had passion for what he did and kept on doing it. But how far would he keep on with persistence, perseverance, and patience? He started doing more research on the platform and watching a lot of YouTube videos. He then came to master the game of success on YouTube, but also very importantly, how to make money and become a millionaire on the platform. Outside the struggle with his YouTube channel, it felt like adding salt to an injury, as his father didn't like him becoming a YouTuber but rather an engineer. But Wode Maya persisted with his dream. Just as the saying goes, the end justifies the means. He kept on pushing, trying to make it work for 2 years, and one day his father found out one of his videos, got upset at him, but 2 weeks later his father changed his mind and turned to support him. He advised him, since you speak Chinese, why don't you use the Chinese language to bridge the gap between Africans and the Chinese people? He took his father's advice and his channel grew to 8,000 subscribers. He had found his niche and things began to slowly take off. He began making videos to help Chinese better understand Africa and Africans, but things weren't okay with Wode Maya. I felt like the videos I was doing was attracting Africans to China, but China was not my country. And I am trying to change the narrative of Africans living in China, but it was still not working. So I said to myself, let me come to Africa and preach about Africa to Chinese people. So what happened? In 2018, he made a decision to start profiling the continent of Africa, not only to Chinese people, but to Africans both at home and in a diaspora. He received a loan from a Chinese friend who booked him a Pan-African tour of 5 countries. When I did that, within a month I had 50,000 people following my channel, and it had taken me 4 years to get to 100,000 people. It showed me that a lot of people were yearning for African content. That's when he actually discovered that even Africans didn't know much about other countries in the continent of Africa. Wode Maya continues to bring in positive content about Africa to the world, together with his partner, who is also a YouTuber known as Miss Trudy, traveled around the 55 countries in Africa, trying to change the negative narrative about Africa. So alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope to see you in my next video. And of course, if you're not subscribed, please do make a point to subscribe. It's completely free, so you don't have to miss out every time that I upload a brand video here on YouTube. Okay, so see you next time. Stay blessed.